Now, each of these tutorials are here to give you the essential bits you need for each part of the flow. So I'm going to break each tutorial down into about 2 or 3 movements. You can learn these in literally 3 to 4 minutes. They won't take any longer than that. And you can do them standalone, so you can just do them on their own if you want to. One of the most important things you need to think about though is how to warm your body up, and this is going to be your first tutorial. Now, warming up in something like a flow is a little bit different to say if you're going out for a run or you're doing some kind of gym workout, because the flow itself will warm you up as you go through. But one of the things we want to do is to free up the spine. So we're going to start with a very Pilates, traditional Pilates move, which is called a roll down. So you're going to check your posture, as I told you in that little fundamentals introduction that you should have already looked at. If you haven't, go back and have a look at it. So chin is in, shoulder blades are drawn down. Drop the tailbone, and then we're going to start to connect to the core. So the first thing we're going to do is use that breathing that we talked about. So you're going to put one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your abdomen. So you take a nice big deep breath in, breathe out through the nose, and as you breathe out, start to get a kind of sinking, relaxed feeling in your body. You then start to connect to your core, and to connect to your core, you're going to lift from your back passage and into your front passage. So essentially, you're going to stop a fart, stop a wee, yeah? That connects you to your pelvic floor muscle, which is like the ignition switch for the rest of your core. Your core are the deep muscles that work along your spine. So by pulling up from the back to the front, so stop a fart, stop a wee, lifting through those 2 points, you can then feel your abdomen coming in. And you can then feel muscles coming in all the way through your body. It might take you a while to connect to this feeling, but the more you focus on your breath, you can then, as we said before, focus on the mind, on your core, your posture, and everything will start to come. So we'll do that a couple of times. Take a nice big deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, lift up through from your back passage to your front passage. Feel your belly coming in underneath your hand. That's why your hands are here, to feel that connection. You also got your hand in your chest because you want to feel your breath really deep. So you inhale. Feel the rib cage rise and separate. Feel your chest rise above your hand. And then as you exhale, feel it deflate. Get that feeling of sinking without letting your posture go. So you keep your posture tall and then lift up through your centre, feeling that pelvic floor. Now go with that lift feeling and come up onto your toes. And we're going to lift the arms up as we do that. So you work the shoulders down, you keep your chin in, you've got that correct postural position, and you're now starting to work muscles in your body. You're squeezing your buttocks a teeny tiny bit to give you a feeling of length through the front of your body. And then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to tuck your chin right into your chest and you're going to roll down. You're going to really relax as much as you can and shake the body out, releasing tension through your body. You're then going to lift back up, lifting, tucking your tail as you come up, and really lifting by pulling your pelvic floor and your abs in, and then you're going to roll your shoulders back. And we're going to do this a couple more times. Now you can spend a lot more time doing this. It's a really nice way to get you connected to your posture, connected to your breath, connected to your core, to challenge your core and your balance a little bit by coming up onto your toes. And by the way, make sure you're pushing through the inside of the ball of your foot as well as through the outside. And then you tuck and roll down. And when you're tucking and rolling, you're tucking your chin right into your chest, and you're trying to get the crown of your head to drop towards the floor. And when you're down here, you can kind of shake it out a little bit and just nod your chin and try to just let your head go. So remember, this head is really heavy, and it's like a weight, a pendulum that's just gently releasing as you drop down and allow gravity to let your body relax. Bend your knees to come up, and then lift through the pelvic floor, lift through your belly as you come up, and slowly restack the spine, one vertebra at a time. We're going to do that one more time. Now, after about 4, 5, 6 of these, you'll start to feel a lot more released. So you can continue to do a few more of these on your own, and you'll start to feel more length in your legs. So if we just focus on the legs a little bit now, I'm going to swing my hips a little bit more from side to side. And you can also do things like bending and straightening one knee and then the other. Now I've got my hands on the floor. You might not be able to get your hands to the floor, but you can just bend your knees right off, because that will help you to just kind of relax towards the floor. Really release the head, neck and shoulders again, release tension in your head. But then start to try and straighten the legs, and you can bend them
and straighten them. And this will start to warm the legs up. But you're in a very relaxed position as you're doing this. And that's one of the most important things, that in order to strengthen the body, you also need to let it go, to let it relax in order to be able to connect. So once you've done that a few more times, you're ready to start your flow.